Hello everyone, this is Daryl20, and welcome to episode 15 of Daryl20's Let's Play series, where today I'm going to go full-blown OP on a few things. I want to do the following. Here's a high level of what I'm going to try to do. I think I'm going to try to make the Rosa Arcana from Britannia and use the XP tap from my grinding utilities to convert the liquid XP that we're already producing and turning it into XP orbs, and then we'll see how that goes. Now, I don't know if this will work with the mob essence that we have directly, but I'm pretty sure we can get fluid XP from mob grinding utils. It can be somehow converted from other things, I guess. We'll see. So worst case, you know, we can use the alchemical imbuer from thermal to, I don't know if it consumes the wool or not yet, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out. One way or another, I'm hoping that that's doable. Maybe it'll work directly with the experience we already have. As you can see, I already set this thing up to transfer via Ender Tank, which we'll probably have to pause. But hey, I've got 102 levels here. And of those 102 levels, I'm going to spend 100 of them right now, which is cool. Because it just so happens that I can get Sharpness 8 on my sword, which sounded like a good deal to me. Not quite Sharpness 9, which is the top tier, but yeah, it's all good. My goodness, look at all those enchants that I got. All right, cool. So I got Scavenger 2, Sharpness 8, Looting 7, not bad, Knockback 4, Bane of Illagers 9, Vorpal 7, and Raider's Bane 6. Whew, that's a lot of things on that sword. Not a bad dude. What's Scavenger do? Scavenger, mobs killed may roll their loot tables twice. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Now, I don't love Knockback. Vorpal, what's that do again? I recognize that one. Randomly performs powerful attacks and decapitations. Nice. Okay. So, realistically, I wouldn't mind stripping all those enchants and then reapplying the ones that I want. Probably all of them with the exception of probably Bane of, or Knockback. Yeah, I don't generally like Knockback because, like, when I'm hitting something, I don't want it pushed away from me because it's difficult to hit it again because it's now further away from me. You see the problem? Yeah. So with that said, let's see, how are you guys doing? Good. You're making me some of this, which means I might be able to get the enchantment extractor at this point, which is something I need. Now, in addition to all this, I would like to get Silk Touch because I have some plans, and hopefully this works out the way I think it will. What level do I need to attain Silk Touch? Right? Void pickup. Yeah, that's what we want. I should probably just remove that. Now, are you still the level? Yeah, I don't need full bound Silk Touch, level 26. I'll take that. Works for me. Silk Touch, level 26, please. Thank you. I also got Soulbound. Nice. Okay. And then new levels can go back. Cool. So, got myself Silk Touch, which is nice. Enchantment Extractor, ready to roll. I will probably stick you somewhere reasonable-ish. Where can I stick you, Enchantment Extractor? That would make sense to me. I kind of want it over here, actually, with all my other enchanting things. So maybe I can move you and this thing can sit here with a flux point under it? Yeah, I like that plan. That seems reasonable. I know you need power, and you also need books. I should go back to that fortress and get a bunch of books. Maybe I do that real quick off camera. Because I don't have a ton of books, and that might be cool. Yeah, off camera. I'll be back. I want to go find some books. All right, here's what I'm talking about. Books for days. Wahahaha. Yeah, that'll do. And look who decided to join me. Hello, friends. Guess where you're going to live forever now. In fairness, the no soliciting sign at my house seems to be working, because since I put it up, I haven't seen them at all. And, yeah, that's pretty cool by me. How am I doing on books? Not too shabby, actually. Not too shabby. It took me a few minutes to find this room, not gonna lie. Did a little bit of vein mining through the walls and whatnot, but I eventually got there. Okay, back in a few. Oh, that's very nice. This library is huge, by the way. It's 2 stories. And I only mined out like one side of it. Oh, that's cool. There's a nice little diamond block just floating there. I mean, it would be rude for me to not take that, right? That would be inappropriate. I have to take that. It would be like breaking some kind of Minecraft rule if I didn't snag that thing. Yes, I see you. Now you're dead. See? Sharpness 8 on an Aldemodium pick? You want to come at me? I got you. Come on, say hi. Alright, I'm gonna head back home. That should be enough, books for the rest of my life. Or at least this series. There we go. So you guys can all go away. All this junk can go away. And you can see I made this axe so that I could make this happen. Okay, good. Now let's go strip the enchants off this sword. Okay. So if I get my books... And then the goal here will be enchantments from items will be transferred to books. Alternatively, we could have it converted to essence, but that's not what I want. I clearly want the enchants themselves, right? Nice. So that'll get me the Soulbound and the Silk Touch. Silk Touch, I will be doing something with you in a minute, but don't worry. And then let's have you disenchant this thing. And I might throw a chest of some kind on the side. What direction is that? Oh my goodness, look at all these things. This is the first time I hit F3 in this series? My goodness. Enchanted book output. How about we just go push? There we go. Yeah, that works. Nice. Cool, right? Not bad. Not too shabby. Now, I'll probably want to up the ante on some of these, because like I would very much like, you know, some of these I don't care about, right? But Vorpal sounds cool. Scavenger, definitely. Looting 7. I think 8 is the best you can get with looting, right? Yes. So looting and then sharpness. These are the ones I really care about. These 4. So if I got an anvil, would that be... Or I could get the enchantment applicator, right? Isn't there an enchantment applicator? Yeah, it uses anvils, but it's doable. We're going to need... some of you guys. Okay, and I should probably just teach this at this point, but we'll get there. Okay, and go. And then, presumably at some point, this thing will cook and do its thing. And since I'm here, I might as well throw an extra one of these in. At some point, I'll automate this so that it's always running, but for now, it's not an urgent situation. Are you... Oh, there we go. He's cooking. So I'm not sure if I've ever tried this block. But we can hook up you and you. Enchantment extract. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the enchantment applicator. I thought I... Oh, yeah, no, I totally didn't do that right, did I? That's on me. I'll be back. There we go. Enchantment applicator now. That's feeling better. So do I need liquid experience, like the stuff here? What I would probably do... Let's get a tank. How about a basic one? And pipe. Can we do this? I'm curious how much liquid experience this will take to do this, but oh my, that's a lot, actually. That should be fine. We'll see how it works out. If I need to do this by hand, I will. I remember this being a little expensive, but maybe it was just the enchanting part, not the application part. So you hold 64 buckets worth of liquid experience. Do you need the liquid experience in here? I could have sworn the applicator could do stuff, but if I do this... So let's do that, and let's see how much experience it uses, right? So for 26 buckets, if I go to apply sharpness 8, that wasn't bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah. That seems more than reasonable. Okay, I'm cool with that. So there's your Sharpness, Looting, Scavenger, and Vorpal. And then we will save the knockback Bane of Illagers and Raider's Bane. I don't think we care about those guys, right? No, probably not. All right, cool. Now, any, by chance, good stuff for you? I got Teleportation, whatever that is. That seems to be a popular one on my pick. Because I think last time I looked at that, I had Teleportation. Now, what I would like to do is have a pickaxe dedicated to Silk Touch. Now, do I want to make an all-the-modium pickaxe? Maybe. I don't think I need it to be super OP right now. So what I'll do is I'll just get an osmium pickaxe. Does that sound cool? Do you think that's safe? High enough level? Maybe. We also have one of those dudes. Yeah, I'm debating if there might be something in the future that needs like tier 4. So maybe I should just go, yeah, let me just do this, right? I'll just do this kind of pickaxe. So for you, it's going to be that. And then we're going to want 3 of these. And 2 of these. And that should suffice. And this will be my Silk Touch pick. Cool. Now I'd like to go get... I'm going to head to... I'm going to make a waystone. Well, I don't know if I need a waystone for this. Well, I'll make one anyway, because it won't hurt. I'm going to make a waystone. And I'm going to bring it to the nether, and I'm going to plop it down at the fortress. And then I'm going to fly around the fortress and see if I can't find a blaze spawner. Do Silk Touch and bring home. Alright, so here's the fortress. Yeah, there's a spawner, so that's cool. So I'm going to plop down this guy here. Nether fortress. In case there's some reason for me to come back here at some point. And then I'd like to get you Silk Touched, right? The blaze spawner. For 2 reasons. One, I don't currently have a method of getting blaze rods, because my current mob spawner doesn't do blaze rods. Number 2, using Apotheosis, I can make this thing spawn a really, really stupid amount of mobs. And if I throw them into my mob killing farm thingy, then it'll spawn like a crazy number of blazes, generating a crazy amount of blaze rods, but more importantly, a crazy amount of experience. And that's what I'm really after. So that works for me. I might grab 1 more of these just for funsies. I'm going to see if I can find another one in this fortress, and I'll be back. Cool. All right. Just the 1 is good enough for me. I'll go back there if I need to. Cool. All right. Put all this junk away. So now Blaze Spawner. If we look at the usage of this, we can see what things do what. The spawner does not need a nearby player. We don't have Nether Stars yet, though I don't see why we couldn't get one pretty soon. But we'll get there. Ignores light levels. That might be a good one to have. I don't know if blaze spawners care about light levels, right? +1 spawn count. We definitely want those. +2 max entities. We definitely want those. Spawn entities will make no noise. That's kind of cool. No AI. Ooh, that does sound interesting. Not that it matters because they're inside that trapped room. -10. The minimum number of ticks between spawns. It cannot reduce below 20. Okay. We definitely want sugar. That'll speed it up. Activation range +2. How far a player can be before spawning stops. Okay. Redstone control. I think I want that. -10. The maximum number of ticks between spawns. This cannot be reduced below 20. So... Oh, max. The maximum number of ticks between spawns. Okay. Dragon Egg might be cool to throw on there for the ignores conditions, but we'll see. Though that's not hard to get a lot of. +1 spawn range, minus redstone control, minus silent. And then the quartz to do all the stuff. All right. So I think that's cool. So I don't think we need the soul lantern, but we'll come back to it if we need. So cannot increase above 16, and it's +1. So if we look at this now, we'll see that our max spawn count is 8, right? Our max entities is 6. 6. And the fermented spider eye will be +1 spawn count. So, and that can't go above 16. So we want like 10 fermented spider eyes. That sound about right? Gonna need some mushrooms. And you can't do that? Of course you can't. Of course you can't. All right, back in a sec. The good news is that the biome that's like pervasive right by my nether spawn has mushrooms in it. So that's cool, at least. I'm getting some of them. It has both red and brown. Though, as soon as I decided to start recording to show you that, I can't find any browns. But they're here, I promise. There's one. I think. That actually may not have been one. I think that was this one, Weeping Milk Cap. But it's similar. There's also this thing, which I'm not sure if it actually drops anything. That's one. Brown mushroom. Told you. They exist. Alright, so let's see how this thing works out. Why aren't you guys, like, dying? Actually a really good question. Why aren't you dying? Oh, because you're too small. That is probably funny. I could swap those two. Would probably be the smart move, but meh. So what I'm thinking is, first things first. Let's get a lever. And then we want to right-click this dude with this guy. Now, so right now he is redstone controlled, so you can see he's not working. If I flip the lever on, and we can see the range and everything. Now, technically his range is 4, which means I think he can spawn outside this area, which probably won't be great. Okay? But if I put quartz in my offhand, which is like the decrease modifier, I can shrink that down to 3. So would that be 1, 2, 3? And assuming it won't spawn it inside the walls, we should be safe? Or do I want to do one more? We'll find out. So now I take this off, and then we can bump you up on spawn count. Oh, okay. So I do need a couple more eyes. I don't know what spawn count versus the other metric is. Max entities? Oh, hello. Like that. Okay. Now, sugar speeds it up, right? So that should be cool. Min spawn delay. 20 ticks. Okay. Was it gas tiers that do it the other? I remember them being something cool. That's max entities. What's max entities? Limit? 32. That might be a little ridiculous. I'm going to hold off on any more than that, but we can definitely go higher if we want. Clock would be nice. Because that's going to reduce the max delay. Which means the maximum amount of time between a spawn set. So we've got some gold for days. We could go a lot lower, too. Wow. Redstone's a problem. What else is new? But that is getting close to cool. So your max delay is 460. Now, is there something preventing you from spawning? Yeah, that's good. Now, we can get this crazier, but I'm going to need more redstone. So let me come back. I just want to check what happens if I enchant this pick. I might just enchant the pick with the teleportation and see how it goes. Are you at 100 again? You actually are exactly at 100. So let's just see how it goes. Sure, it has just teleportation is what it's showing me. I may or may not get whatever, but we'll see. Indestructible, Silk Touch, Teleportation, Efficiency, and Soulbound. Wow, that was a pretty miserable set of enchants right there. None of that was exciting. None of it at all. I mean, efficiency's nice. Don't get me wrong, efficiency's kind of nice. But nothing else do I care about. It's all good. Alright, let me go get some redstone so I can bring that number down, because I want to see like how OP we can make this spawner. And how crazy we can get it. Because if I can get like a stupid amount of experience coming in, that would be really cool. Alright, a little bit of mining later. How are we doing here? I can get that nice and low. Max entities, activation range. That's how close I have to be. So this thing won't run if I'm not nearby until I get another star, right? Pretty sure that's what that means. I would like to get more clocks, but now we're getting low on gold, of course. Yeah. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm very close to being able to make a digital miner right now. Let's see if I'm right about this. I had more steel than that. Maybe I'm mistaken. Alright, one more steel, and then I'll be good. Yeah, just did a bunch of, you know, mechanism stuff off camera. Made the refined obsidian and the osmium compressor and just a few off-camera little tasks. Because you guys have seen me make those things before. I'm trying to make this series more about being overpowered and less about, like, let's tech up through mechanism, which you've seen me do like a dozen times. Cool. Alright, so that should be a digital miner now. Excellent. Nice. And I wouldn't mind some speed upgrades and some energy upgrades. So I'm going to make those off camera as well. I mostly just need a bunch of iron. Yeah, I might as well just get all 32. Okay, back in a few. Alright, so let's use this thing to mine up some gold, maybe? And some redstone? So I'm not going to do Silk Touch at this point. But I will configure you for Forge Ores Gold. Right, and how about Forge Ores Iron? And Forge Ores Redstone. That'll be a good start. And your radius will be 32 because that's the max, unless it's been changed in the pack, which it doesn't look like. The min we can do negative 64. The max we can do whatever Y level we're at right now, and 63. So let's do 80. That sound cool? 90. Doesn't super matter. Inverse mode will be off, and so if I start you, you should be mining it up. Nice. And then you get some power. So you're draining 1,000 ARF a tick, which ain't terrible. And for now, let's have you auto-eject. And you should go right into there. Not bad. Not quite as fast as I thought. Oh, right, I have to do the upgrades. I was like, why is it so slow? Oh, right, I haven't actually put in the speed or energy upgrades yet. All right, now we're using 10,000 ARF a tick. So that's actually going to sting my power a little bit. But that's okay. We can manage. My focus right now is the... so let's turn off the iron. So you can just do redstone and gold for now. And let's see how much RF a tick that's going to hurt down here. Because you're producing what? Are you keeping up? You might be keeping up. That ethylene gas is just the tops. It's not bad at all. It is keeping up, I think. That's very funny to me. 10,000 RF a tick with no breaking of a sweat. Nice. All right. Let's focus on gold for a minute. And I'll be back when this is processed. Which I will probably do like this. Because I don't feel like waiting for all this stuff to happen, right? So if I do that, and then I can come over here and do this, I may not even have to wait. Right? Isn't that cool? So we take this, we make more clocks. And I just want to see like how insanely OP I can make this spawner. So hey, a digital miner is going to make me very happy. I'm glad I went through the trouble of making that off camera, because it was few more clocks. Turn you off for a sec. It was 20 was the min, right? There we go. Nice. So that's maxed out. Spawn count, max entities. What's spawn count do versus max entities? There is an Apotheosis book, right? I believe there is. Spawn count dictates how many mobs are spawned at once. Not all spawns will succeed, so sometimes less entities will spawn. The spawn is counted as successful, and the delay reset as long as one entity spawns. Max entities. Mob spawners track the number of entities nearby. If that number ever exceeds the max entities, spawning stops. Only entities of the same type as the spawned ones are counted. Aha! So that's the difference. Okay. Cool. Cool. Got it. Okay. So then what we want to up is spawn count, right? Which is going to be... Those are maxed out. Max entities... Doesn't really matter too much, right? And I could bump up my activation range, but I think the better goal would be to just eventually get another star, and then it would ignore players, and then it doesn't matter about the range, right? I think that's cool. I think that's cool. Now, we could give them no AI, but I'm not too worried about them having AI. Is that everything, then? Spawn delay, redstone control. I don't think we really care about anything else. Okay, let's turn it on. So in theory, this should be spawning things like crazy. Yeah, look how many blazes are spawning in there. Now, in fairness, it's going to stop spawning if there's too many blazes, right? Now, what I want to get is the upgrade to this thing. Yes. So let's get these add-ons here. So we want a speed... an efficiency, and a processing. Okay? And what we're going to want to do is probably teach you how to make those. Speed. Okay. And then you can go into the dissolution chamber. And then we'll figure out what we don't know how to make. Well, that we can make. We're missing a furnace there. Cool. I guess we'll see. So you're making a speed, and you're making a processing, and I've got efficiency here. Cool. So the goal will be to go a lot crazier in terms of mob essence. Right? So if I plop these guys into here now. Alright, let's give it a go. You're all maxed out, so have fun. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna just go for broke on this. Now, theoretically, if I made this room a little bit bigger, it would probably be better for me. It's probably... I'm probably limiting myself with the size of the room. But how are we doing here? We're doing pretty good on mob essence. We're actually... We might need a speed upgrade in our mob essence thing, which is kind of cool. I like that. Now, here's a follow-up question. I'm going to let mob essence accumulate here, and I'm going to make the XP tab. Okay. What was it for no sound? Was it wool? Man, that is just beautiful, right? That is beautiful. Why, yes, that does work, thank you. Why, yes, that does work, thank you. Look how quickly we're filling this up, by the way. Like, this is filling up really fast, and we are actually not keeping up with the mob spawning. That is cool. So I'm going to actually need an overclocker upgrade on you. At least one. So that I can put that on the opposite side here. Do I have any in here? I actually do. So how about you with your fluid extracts? Can just go a little bit faster. And that should keep up now. That's cool, right? Isn't that cool? Now, I don't know if molten cores are, or blaze rods for that matter, are in my drawer system. I should go make sure they are. Because the last thing we want is our whole, you know, AE system filling up like crazy. So those guys are, but molten cores probably are not. So we'll add that, and that should be good. And it looks like the thing I just put the molten core into doesn't have a void upgrade, so we'll... Hey, nobody said to do that. I clicked in the right spot, thank you very much. Thank you. So what I'm going to do now is claim that I've got a stupid amount of experience coming in. Look how quickly we filled that up. Like, that is a lot of experience, really fast. And I could speed that up a little bit if I made the room a little bigger. I think because I'm confining it to a, you know, 5x5 internal, that I'm choking it a little bit. But not the end of the world. Okay. That's cool. Hey, what are the chances I can get some good enchants going on? I should, no, efficiency 8, maybe. Should we try it? Why not? I've got the experience. I've got the experience. Silk Touch again. Boo. Boo, Silk Touch. Nobody wants you. Boo. And clean. Efficiency 6. Boo, that's even worse. I'm going to have to, like, up these things a little bit better. But that was part of the reason I wanted all this experience, is now I want to try getting into Britannia and using the Rosa Arcana as my primary experience source. And with the silly amount of experience we're getting right now, that shouldn't be a problem. Right? It really, really, really shouldn't be. Because we're just getting, like, a hilarious amount of experience here. I'm curious if the number of blaze rods we're spawning is inhibiting passive mobs. If I turn the light off, you think we'll get some passive mobs still? Or will there be too many blaze rods? I just heard a zombie, so that's good. Yeah, no, they seem to be spawning all right. Yeah, I like that. I think that was a worthwhile investment. What do you guys think? All right, so that feels like a good wrapping up point for the episode. So let's come back next time. And I'm going to try to do a super OP using experience to generate mana setup for Britannia. And if we can breeze through Britannia, then we can get better enchantment setup, so I can get better and more powerful tools. Also, we obviously have the digital miner now, which will make our lives a lot easier. And then we can progress. For now, though, I sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let me know what you're thinking about the series as well, because I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. For now, take it easy.